Hi and welcome. My name is Jay and I'm a solution consultant at Bill. And in this video, we're going to explore Bill's API webhooks. The Bill V3 API Postman collection is going to be your best resource to follow along with this video, as well as continuing to test our webhooks. So say you have a successful integration with Bill's V3 APIs. Your app creates payments, generates bills, maybe manages vendors. That's great. Now we can make your app smarter and faster with our API webhooks. With traditional API calls, your app has to constantly poll the bill platform, asking questions like, did the payment clear? Did the bill status change? Did the vendor update their address? It's inefficient and drains both your resources and ours. Webhooks flip this. Instead of your app constantly calling us, Bill calls you when an event occurs. Think of the notifications as an alert sent directly to your app for a wide range of events, including when a payment is cleared or when a bill is set as paid. In technical terms, a webhook is a user-defined HTTP post callback triggered by a specific event in the Bill platform. When something interesting happens, Bill sends an automated message to a specific URL you provide. This URL is your callback notification URL. The message sent is a JSON payload containing relevant details of the event, such as event type and ID of the affected object. Those examples look like this. This enables your app to take action, such as send an email confirmation or notify a user. If you're looking for detailed information, be sure to visit developer.bill.com. Setting up webhooks is quick and easy with the Bill v3 API. You simply register a notification URL and select which events you want to subscribe to. For example, you might choose to receive alerts for bill.created, bill.updated, vendor.created, etc. So let's go ahead and create one. Now, our documentation does a good job of defining all the events you can subscribe to, as well as giving you best practices. Everything that we go through today is in our documentation. I'm going to switch to Postman here, and let's go ahead and create a webhook subscription. Now, first, I need to create a session ID within our APIs. Okay, so I'm going to do that right now. Then I have the ability with our event catalog endpoint to see all of those events that I have the ability to subscribe to, like bill.created, bill.updated, bill.restored, vendor created, etc. Now, I also could see if I have any subscriptions already established. So let's see if we have any subscriptions already established, and we do not. Okay. So to create a webhook, I need two specific things that I would not have in other APIs within Bill. One is this notification URL. In production, this will be your production app URL. For Sandbox, you can go create a new test notification URL at webhook.site, which I have, right? And this is our webhook.site. So I have my notification URL. In addition to that, I need an idemponent key, all right? We also give you resources in our documentation on websites that you have the ability to create a UUID generator. So I'm going to generate a new one here, and this will give me a new UUID that I can use. So I'm going to copy this and replace this in my Postman. Whoops, excuse me, I did not copy the right one there. And I'm going to replace this in my Postman. Okay, now I'm ready. And I'm going to subscribe to these four events, bill.created, .updated, .archived, and vendor.created. So let's go ahead and send that request. And that will give me a new subscription ID, which you need to take note of, as well as a security key. And we will come back to this here at the end of this video, but it's very important to make note of both of those. If we go back to our get subscription endpoint, or get, this will now show the subscription that we just generated. Okay, as well as my ID there. So let's go and trigger a notification. Well, how do we do that? You could do that in two ways. One is you can log into the bill user interface and create a bill, which we're going to do. Two is you can actually test within our Postman subscriptions a trigger. But first, we're going to flip our screen here, and we're actually going to log into the bill sandbox environment here, and we're going to create a new bill. So I'm going to enter a new bill here, and we're going to use our Winterfell construction vendor, and we're going to call this test 555 as our invoice number. We're going to create a due date of January 8th, and we'll say this is for $500. Okay. So this will create a new bill. I'm going to create a new bill right here. And now that bill is created, test 555. Okay. If we now go to our webhook site, you can see we just received a new notification for that a bill was created and all of the data is provided. The bill ID, the bill vendor ID, the invoice number of test 555, our invoice date, and our amount. So we could see that a webhook notification was sent to our notification URL. Awesome. Well, what if I maybe don't want to log into the bill user interface and I want to just trigger a test? You could do that with our test endpoint, which we have in our Postman collections as well. So I'm going to create a new vendor here, a test called Hello World. This will be a vendor that's created. And I'm going to click, oh, I need to update my subscription ID. Here's my subscription ID. I'm going to update that here. And I'm going to send a test vendor create. So essentially what this is doing is it's mimicking creating this vendor, but without having to log into the user interface. So we'll send that out. Okay, and that was successful. I should have a new notification. Yep, there's my new notification that my vendor Hello World has been created. So we successfully have created webhook notifications subscriptions, and we've successfully tested two different notifications, a bill create and a vendor create. And we can see that we are successfully receiving those notifications. Now, the last aspect of our webhooks is around security. Okay, your notification URL is public, which means that anyone could potentially send you a fraudulent request. To prevent this, you can verify that every notification truly came from Bill and wasn't tampered with. Bill secures every notification using a hash-based message authentication code, or HMAC SHA-256. Here's how you can confirm that Bill is the source of each notification sent to you. When I created that subscription, the API response gave me that one-time security code, which I told you to make note of, right? So we'll go back here and we can see our security key. This is a secret password for this webhook subscription. Bill signs the raw JSON payload in the notification using this security key and the HMAC SHA-256 algorithm. The resulting signature is sent in the XBill SHA signature header. Okay, so now when we go back to our webhook notification URL, we're able to see this SHA signature right here. That is in the header of the notification. On your end, you can take the raw, unformatted payload you received, use the stored security key, and generate your own SHA-256 hash. And then you compare these hash values to the value in the header. They should match. If they match, you can safely process the data. If they don't match, you can drop the request. Okay, so how can we test that using our sandbox environment? Well, we do provide you this resource here. This URL is in our documentation. where you can plug in your data. So we're going to plug in the raw data that we received. Actually, I'll just hit copy here. And this is our plain text data, as well as my security key that I told you to make note of. All right. So I'm going to go grab this security key. Make sure that you're set to SHA-256 and base 64, and then that will generate a MAC. Okay, it ends in G8W equals. If we go back to our URL, that should match right here, and it does. So now we know that this is secure. So our SHA signature that was provided in the header matches our HMAC result with our security key and the metadata. And now you have a good understanding of Bill's webhooks. You've learned how to subscribe to real-time events, trigger notifications in the sandbox, and importantly, learn the webhook security best practices. For our full documentation, go to developer.bill.com/docs/webhooks. That will really define all the best practices for our webhooks. Happy building. Thanks for watching.